If I was asked to name one pyro weapon in Team Fortress 2 that I love that isn't the Phlogistonator, my answer would be the Scorch Shot. A powerful little fire shooter, choke point igniter, jump booster, sticky bomb destroyer, flug charger, and sniper harassing tool all condensed into one fun-sized secondary. However, some people don't seem to like it. Apparently, people find it overpowered for many reasons and unfun to fight against. While I respect this opinion, I find this notion to be quite annoying, so today I'll be presenting the common criticisms people have against this weapon, my counter-arguments, and what makes me love this weapon above all of Pyro's secondaries. Let's take a look. The first argument is that it apparently does too much and TF2 weapons are meant to be side grades. Ignoring the simple fact that a lot of TF2 weapons just clearly outclass each other, I don't think the design is all that bad. If anything, it's reflective of Pyro as a class. Jack of all trades, master of none. Besides lighting people on fire, you don't get the full crits of the flare gun, you don't get the full jumps or control detonation of the detonator. It's nice side grade, but not a replacement per se. It's kinda like the Liberty launcher now that I think about it. It's a combination of all its contemporary stats, but a bit weaker. Now granted, in a vacuum, it can deal more damage with Afterburn and the mini-crit bouncing flare than like the stock flare gun, but more on that in a bit. And even then, like I said, this wouldn't be the first weapon that's better than its contemporaries. Take the Crusader's crossbow, for example. It is inarguably better than the syringe guns, yet are most people advocating for a nerf? No. Or hell, take the other syringe guns. They are undeniably better than their stock counterpart. Is anyone advocating for their nerf? Nope. Or you know, like, take a look at literally every melee weapon in the game. Like, aside from maybe on Demo Man and like Sniper, they are always better than their stock counterparts. Now, the second argument against it is that its splash damage rewards bad players with free damage. And while that's not untrue, the rewards for getting a successful hit, as I'll touch on next, are well worth practicing your aim, which will help you in the long run if you try to use other flare guns. I won't though. A player spamming their flares won't really accomplish much beyond lighting a choke point on fire or annoying an average skill enemy sniper, which is always 100% ethical, as sniper is the actual problem in this game, not the Scorch Shot. And besides, they're probably just going to like switch to the Darwin's Danger Shield next time they respawn, so you're just going to be gimping yourself anyway. Besides, Soldier gets splash damage at long range with his rockets, and that's somehow never complained about, just because it doesn't light you on fire. Now going to the next point against it, that apparently the stun is bullshit and too powerful with the bouncing flare, which lets you one-shot light classes. Now I won't lie and say that stun mechanics, especially in FPS games, are fun to fight against or anything, but unless your enemy is against a wall, they're likely to get knocked away from the bouncing flare and avoid hitting it unless they really run forward to catch it. And while yes, a perfect hit combined with the mini crits from the bouncing flare and the afterburn will kill a light class in one shot, this is only assuming the light class won't find a way to extinguish themselves first, which is rather rare considering Scout can run to a health pack quite fast, and NG and Sniper are usually in the backline either near a dispenser or the spawn room. The only case where it will be a guaranteed kill is if they were either already on low health, they're a spy, or within your range where you can burn them down with your flamethrower or another flare, but even in those cases, the regular flare gun would have done the job if not your flamethrower. And now for the final argument, is that combining it with the Phlogistonator breaks the weapon by allowing you to farm free fire damage by spamming it at snipers or choke points. Now, coming from someone who only plays with the Flug and Scorch Shot when playing Pyro, trust me when I say this, I speak from experience, you're still very likely to get killed after or before taunting if you have bad positioning. Bucket Medics break the Flug, not the Scorch Shot. Of course, all three combined makes for the trifecta of dodgeable annihilation, and you can of course get some lucky crit kills you wouldn't have been able to get without the free fire damage from the Scorch Shot, obviously. But with the Flug's lack of air blast, it does need a bit of help to be good. Besides, it's not like you couldn't do this with a stock flare gun or the detonator. It just makes it easier. And hell, without the Man Melter, you're actively preventing yourself from extinguishing your teammates, which could be a very dangerous situation in some circumstances. Overall, I personally find the Scorch Shot to be a well-balanced, if a tad on the strong side secondary, but also one that's extremely fun to use. Hitting those shots across the map, hearing those hit sounds, and seeing that meter fill up fills me with joy. Even if I'll die the microsecond is fully charged every fucking time. I personally feel like most of its state comes from its ease of use and the mild annoyance of being constantly lit on fire is, and its many features and the potential for it to rarely kill like less than single shot are more or less just used as ammunition to justify hating it. It's kind of like if r/mildly infuriating became a TF2 weapon. It's not fully infuriating, like getting killed across the map by a sniper is, but it ends up annoying you over time, and yeah, that can be very annoying. But I mean, even if it isn't fun to fight against, who cares? Call me selfish or tryhard, but I'm definitely having fun using it myself, so should I stop myself from using it because the enemy team is going to be annoyed by it? Even if I do advocate for a nerf to the sniper rifles whenever I get killed by one, I do know that the sniper on the other end is having fun of it at least, and all the power to them. Or hell, even random crits. You know, receiving one isn't exactly fun, but getting one is pretty fun. While ideally every weapon would be fun to fight and use, obviously it's never going to be nice to be on the receiving end of a daily armament in a video game, and that's okay. It's all part of the game. And really, I shouldn't have to care about ethics before using a weapon I enjoy, unlike some people try to like guilt trip you when you're using Scorch Shot. I'll use an item if I have fun with it, and I won't if I don't. Now, do I think it needs a nerf? Probably. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily mind if it was done well, but it would be very hard for me to decide on what, considering all the mechanics make this gun what it is. Maybe you could take away like it destroying sticky bombs, or you could nerf the damage a little bit. Though personally, I don't feel like taking away the stun or the bouncing flare would be the best of ideas. Or at least if you remove the stun, keep the knockback, I guess that would be fine. I don't know. It's not like Valve is making balance changes anymore anyway. Overall, it's a good weapon, and I love it. In any case, I respect whatever opinion you might hold for a Scorch Shot, and feel free to comment what yours are. I just felt like sharing mine. Well, in any case, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and as always, see ya! Oh, and if you want to react to this for some reason, just tag me so I see it, okay? Okay.